What's up, Paul's Way? What's up, old Henry? Peyton, child of God. Thanks for coming back in. I don't have a metal sifter yet. Got one coming in the mail. This will be my first coyote trap that I'm setting. Just have to pick my twigs off it. Only get better with practice. So I'm setting a bridger number 2. Here. Critter sent me home with a little bit of goop. That's plenty. What's up, hunting stuff? I'm right on the corner of the woods. I got field out in front of me and field behind me. Acorn out of there. Don't want the acorns in there in case a coyote does step on it. Don't want the acorn to get pinched in the trap. Release your goodies. Let's see how we did. I don't know if I should put leaves over it. I'll put a few there. Lily girl. Custom drill. So So one coyote set down. I gotta lose a hoodie. Cooking. Thinking about fishing? I'm just out here setting some traps. Neutral. The hardest part for me to be remember where I put them. Got one right there. Deer opener tomorrow. Almost thinking right there would be a good spot. Right on that point, this little grassy area. I don't really want to stick too many in a trail, have deer step on them, and be out here all the time resetting them. I'm mostly targeting yotes. We got a lot of farm cats here, and I don't want to catch our farm cats. I do plan on setting a couple coon traps back in the river. Just that tree line right there. Just looking for I think I might set one right here. That looks like a good spot. I don't think I'll get too many deer. Let's go check out the river. There's houses right here. I don't want somebody's dog coming over here sniffing my bait. Tall debris comes out to a point right here. This don't look like a bad spot for a coyote. Coyote trap set right up in here. Let's see what kind of tracks we got. A lot of deer tracks. biggest cottonwood tree we got right here. Let's take a peek at the river, see if we see any signs of beaver. No, it could have just had me a woody. Down now. Well, I don't want my phone to die on me while I'm out here. So I'll set one more with you guys. And I'm gonna go turn this off and really get my focus on. Hell, there's only one person in here anyways. I'm assuming it's Henry. I appreciate you, man. I'm gonna hop off. I'll keep you updated if I get anything in my traps. Peace out. More than one. Okay, now I got 3. Oh, hell, I'll leave you on. Got my Canadian friends. Set up my camera here. I need a bipod. That's what I think I'm gonna set. But they gotta come up and sniff it. Oh, way too close. Go get the stuff. Like I said, I don't have a sifter pan. A little bit deep. Wolf fang anchor. Name tag on all these traps. I'm doing it legal beagle. Hear it click here on hair trigger. Tried making a sifter earlier. Sifter is what you throw your dirt in, and then you can throw clean dirt back in over your hole. I'm using a parchment paper to cover my pan. I think I'm going to start using coffee filters. Break it up a little bit. Yeah, little Woody. Yep, Bridger number 2. Set in the hole. Not a whole lot of movement. I probably should have put that anchor in a little deeper, but I don't think it's going to come up. Not the worst hammerman you could ask for, so I don't know if you can see it or not. Nope. Yeah, you can, kind of. This dirt's really shitty, so I'm gonna try to cover this up. Like I said, I need to get a pan. Don't have one yet. I might go steal a couple handfuls of dirt from the field. We don't want big humps like this in there. Drill me a stink hole, that'll get me some dirt. You're drilling a hole, kind of make it look like a mouse hole. Surprisingly, coyotes eat a lot of mice. You don't want any of your traps showing, so I need to get more in here. Let me steal some sand from the field. Could have stole your wife's colander. Yeah, I know. I tried to steal my son's colander. He had one out in the sandbox, but it's so brittle. But I tried to drill a couple holes in it to make it a little bit bigger. Then I just shattered it. But if I'm gonna get into, I'm kind of getting out of goose hunting. A lot of my friends that said they wanted to get into it with me never did. I bought all the expensive stuff, the decoys and all that, but going out and setting up geese decoys on your own kind of gets old. I'll stick some there. Grab one more handful of dirt. Man, look at all the roly-polies that came out of that handful. I think I'm gonna call that good. There's some of the stanky meat. And this is right, ooh, that smells skunky. This is right along the river. The river's about 10, 15 feet that way. Tree line, field behind me. Next to the big cottonwood. Tools away, I can grab this. I do have my dog with me, but being new to this, I don't want her coming over here and sniffing this and getting her foot stuck in the trap. Will not break her bone or anything. Back here. All right, coyote set number 2. Do you the coon in that in your future? So my one trap is right on that corner. The woods comes this way, goes that way, right on the corner. This will be my second trap. The river right here. Kind of some birdy, brushy area. We don't really have game birds though, this far south. Next to the cottonwood tree. So this is about a 300-acre farm, but I'm trying to be respectful. My brother-in-law and his brother both hunt out here, but this river is basically the property line. I snuck in on the edge, so if I do scare anything, my thought is it's just going to scare it into their areas where they hunt at. We're going to sneak out here, but Grandpa drives out here all the time with the gators and the mules. So over here, ooh, look at that. It looks old, but this might be where we set up a conibear. Ouch, fucking thorn. Let go, let go. Ouch. Man, how the hell they even get up this bank? I think I should have brought my waders. So I think if I hop down in there with a conibear, I'm gonna be swimming. I don't want to go swimming. Well, we'll find more signs of beaver. If there was corn out here, I'd just set up a conibear right up in there and go throw a foot trap right in the water. Yeah, there is a beaver slide there, but how we doing, Marines and Army Mama? We are out setting traps. First official trap line. I got 2 coyote sets now. That's another thing. They might till this ground up yet this year too, so I gotta make sure my traps are not in the field. I had a tooth pulled earlier, so if I sound a little goofy, that's because my jaw and my upper lip is numb. Go peek in here. I gotta get a brush hog back here. This is Grandpa's fishing spot. Cleaned it out a few years ago, but nobody uses it. So we got some raccoon tracks down here, which you should have if you're by a river. A lot of raccoon tracks. Maybe I'll set up a couple cans of raccoon traps here. Can't tell if that's a deep trail or an old slide. I forget the brand name of it, but it's basically some really stanky ass red meat. It has a hint of smell, skunk to it. Just coon tracks. I'll show you in a minute, Steel City. Maybe I'll set up a few coon cans in here. So what I'm using for the coyotes is Mr. Predator bait. And then some of these I got a little bit different. I'll try a canine force And for coons, I don't want to really stick that stuff in my coon traps. For the raccoons, good old kit and caboodle. So I know that's nice and sandy in there. I don't really want them digging them out. I'll come up here a little bit more for the coons. I know they'll follow this river. I gotta try to remember too when I'm setting these. I gotta remember where they all go. So I'm trying to find nice markers to remind me of where I'm putting things. I think I'm gonna stick the coon traps right in here. For that, we just need our driver, 2 traps. Stick a little bit of that. We might use a little bit of bait. Might change my mind, but I'm gonna do these. I'm not really, I want more coyotes than coons. Sun is going up down on me, so these are gonna be a little bit out in the open. I slide my anchor onto my anchor driver. Pound her in. A couple weeks ago I seen a raccoon running across the road with one of these stuck to its foot. It wasn't mine. Just give it a tug. Make sure you're not going to lose your trap. Set this one. Set this one again. These are kind of simple. They just stick right out of the ground. Raccoons just can't resist the cat food. Sprinkle a little bit in the can. Tiny bit around the can. My biggest fear is catching a cat. I know I can release them, but think I need anything stinky for this, but we'll just a little bit. Just a tiny little amount. Kind of lace it around the edge. So there's one. Whew, that is stinky. I'll set one more in here. Drop you on your heads. Happy birthday, kid. I know it's fun to let them go, but they end up in cow's feed. They end up in fields, littering. Came right back out. That ain't no good. Try this again. You're supposed to let go when you go underground. You stay there like a good trap. So we got a coon can there. We got a can there. Got a Bigfoot trap, Bridger 220 down by the big cottonwood. Got Bridger 220 on that corner. So we got two coon traps. We got two coyote traps set. And I think I'm gonna set my last coon trap right over here, a little sandy beach. Driver, hammer. New hobbies. Might have to set that conibear right in here. Three coon set strap. Three coon trap set. Phone battery is on 20%. Well, guys, I appreciate the handful of you that come in and see me. I can't wait to BS and chat with you on other people's channels. But I'm gonna get off the phone so my phone don't die. I don't have a charger out here. Babylon, thanks for coming in. What would you do with the coyote meat after you get the pelt? Coyote meat will probably end up feeding whatever critter wants to eat it up here. I'm not eating a dog. So yeah, critters in here. Kind of inspired me to start doing this. I got a dogless number 2 right on that corner of the woods right there. Got another dogless number 2 along this river back here by the biggest cottonwood tree down there. I got 3 coon cans in here, just set one. I'm trying not to go too far onto the 300 acres. I'm trying to stick back here close to the river just because our gun season starts tomorrow. We got 1 of them to set and 3 more coyotes to set, and then we're done for today. But like I said, I am on probably about 15% battery now, old battery. So I'm gonna hop off here. I might make a few shorts out of the few traps I set already. But I appreciate y'all coming in. See you later, Paul's Way, Old Henry, Steel City, Critter Getter, Marines and Army Mama, Little Woody. Appreciate y'all. Rivers and recurves. Rivers and recurves. I'm gonna try to catch them all. I got me a sifting pan in the mail coming. Makes things a little bit easier, but peace out. Talk to y'all later. Absolutely, man. I might go live for a little bit, my blind. See you later.